and the Restless spoilers for May 5 to 9, 2025 see Victoria Newman panicking and Sally Spectra being forced to back down. So on Wednesday, April 30th, we are going to see Chelsea Lawson telling Adam Newman that she is still considering his offer to come to Newman Media as his COO, but she wants to get Lauren Fenmore's advice first. So later, Chelsea chats with Lauren and tells her that she may leave Marchetti, which of course will affect Summer. Newman and Lauren, if you remember, oversaw Newman Media when Nikki Newman was dealing with some issues. And so she warns Chelsea that there's lots of pressure in the role. Lauren just wants to make sure she's got her eyes wide open when she goes into this. Young and the Restless spoilers, Sally gets an offer. Chelsea feels okay taking this job and stepping away from Marchetti because she knows that Sally is there and can step in and cover everything and is perfectly capable. But Lauren does advise Chelsea to double-check with Sally and make sure that's all good. But Chelsea really can't do that because, Sally doesn't want to talk to her because of the whole, betrayal thing. Meanwhile, Billy Abbott tells Sally that Phyllis Summers just forced his hand and he had to fire her. So, Billy asks Sally again to come on board and run Abbottcom at his side, and she's glad that Phyllis is out of the picture for this because she didn't think it was a good idea. And she does admit that Audra Charles advised her to go ahead and make the leap to work with Billy. But Sally says she needs to check in with Summer first. And Billy is very encouraged that Sally seems to be leaning into this idea of his. YR spoilers. Cole is sick. Claire Grace Newman tells Nikki that she and Kyle Abbott are in love and are excited to move in together, but Claire worried about them finding a place and mostly Victor Newman reaction. So again, Nikki gives the same advice and says, follow your heart. Don't worry about him. And then she offers to bring up the topic to Victor and try and soften him up for Claire. But come on, Nikki should know better, right? I think we all know how that's going to go. Cole Howard and Victoria are talking about Claire moving in with, but their conversation is cut short because Cole is feverish. He's hacking and he seems really sick. But he insists to Victoria that he's always like this after a flight. Cole is worried about making her sick. Young and the Restless spoilers, Cole's book club, but Victoria worries he needed a doctor and Cole is like, yeah, it's good. He's going to have a little nap on the sofa. But when Claire heads home to update her parents, she and Victoria see that Cole has taken a turn for the worst, which worries her and Victoria, and finally, Cole admits, yeah, he needs to see a doctor. And if you recall, he was on a business trip for Victor for the new whatever the publishing division. People are calling it Cole's book club, which is kind of cute. He was just in Paris and he was in Serbia and he was in Taiwan. So, lots of foreign travel, lots of opportunity to have picked up a nasty bug on his journey. Thursday, May 1st, Office Crises and Power Plays. Thursday, May 1st, we're going to see Summer with a crisis at the office. Chelsea and Sally both want to resign from Marchetti, and that's going to put her in a tough spot. Lauren snaps on Michael Baldwin as he insists that he's just trying to make the best out of a bad situation, which of course is Victor trying to destroy Jack Abbott and Kyle and Jabot. But Lauren thinks that Michael doing side chats with Jack is going to make Victor explode when he inevitably finds out. Spoilers for Young and the Restless. Meanwhile, Victor makes a change to his arrangement with Audra and ups the stakes. It looks like Nikki's promise to smooth the way for Claire by having a conversation with Victor about moving in with Kyle and their big love thing is not going to go well. Victor, of course, is not going to chill out and he's not going to back down. So Nikki is not going to pave the way on Young and the Restless. I think she's going to create a rocky road by giving Victor a heads up and he'll turn around and pressure Audra to get moving fast and play really dirty to create maximum damage to Kyle to stop this. Friday, May 2nd, bold moves in dark order. On Friday, May 2nd, we're going to close out our week with Chelsea making a bold decision. Looks like she is going to go ahead and resign from Marchetti to join Adam at Newman Media. Meanwhile, Victor orders Adam to play dirty. And this may also be about trashing Kyle, I wonder if Victor is going to have both Audra and Adam aimed at Claire's lover boy. If so, his granddaughter will be furious when she finds out what Victor is up to. Plus, Phyllis is worried about Daniel Romalotti, but let's face it, she's the one in trouble. And now that Billy fired her, Phyllis is feeling even more lost. And it looks like a spiral is approaching. Young and the Restless spoilers. Week of May 5th to 9th preview. The week of May 5th through the 9th looks like Chelsea's ready to start a new chapter. Adam wants her at Newman Media, and it sure seems like Chelsea agrees, and she may hit the ground running with Adam as his COO. They are very excited. But there may be challenges ahead for their reunited relationship because of some of Victor's dire marching orders that he gives Adam to be really underhanded. Chelsea's not going to like that. And can Summer convince Sally to stay since she's losing Chelsea? So, Billy, well, of course, will be crushed if Sally has to back down and decides not to join him because Billy really wants someone to be at his side and he was counting on Sally after Phyllis flaked out on him. After Billy fires her, of course, Phyllis is going to be rapidly going downhill. Young and the Restless spoilers. Peace for Sharon and Phyllis. She doesn't have Abbott calm, nor does she have Daniel to focus on because he's carving his own path forward with Tessa Porter help. And finding out Billy wants to replace her with Sally, of course, will be another hit to Phyllis' fragile mental and emotional state. Maybe when Sharon Newman is back on the scene, she will figure out quickly that Phyllis is in crisis and step up to help since, you know, they're not ladies who lunch. They're not best friends, but they definitely have this new understanding and peace between them. And I think more than anyone, Sharon will understand what Phyllis is going through. Young and the Restless spoilers. Audra struggles. Meanwhile, Audra is going to struggle with Victor's new demands. She's going to have to decide if she can keep playing this dangerous game with Victor. She's made a deal with the devil, and you have to question, is any job worth it? Can Sally step in and stop Audra from ruining her life? Because it doesn't seem likely that Nate Hastings is going to tolerate any of this once he finds out what is going on. Meanwhile, Cole is really sick and Victoria and Claire are in a little bit of panic. They're going to get him over and get him some medical treatment, and they've got that to worry about, and at the same time, Victor is playing these devious games against Claire and Kyle while they're focused on this serious health crisis. That's not going to go over well with his granddaughter or his daughter. And we have to ask if Cole picked up a nasty bug while traveling and whether YR is going to turn around and kill him off. Young and the Restless